Hello. Well, hello. Late night bonus stream. Intense webs. Sorry for tried something different, didn't work. So had to start over. So hopefully you jump over here. Intense webs was in here while I was trying to set it up. Of course, I forget to turn on the camera. And once I get started with the description and everything, it's not going to come on. So I had to start all over. I don't know. Learning. Trying to learn. Got to move the turtle. Dream Pet. Had that as a kid. This is a remake I bought several years ago. If Intense Web doesn't come in here to kill bots. Fanta's not here. She got 3 last stream. 3. I just kind of held my hand up. Come on. Then what am I going to do? Let's step around. Still got to move. Got to get my oil change. Hey, Renee. You're up late. You're up late. I'm going to look at some production art acetates. Hey, I'm going to rent you. I'm going to give you a free gift. You know how to take care of Russian bots if they come in? I usually am pretty... There we go. Now you're a moderator. He'll probably give you a sheet telling you how to use it, but very easily, I'll tell you how. When a bot... You're always up late? Cool. I usually am too. Don't always stream. This is the second time tonight. Did a few hours ago for about an hour and 45 minutes. This is got Deathbird on it. Starjammers number 2, number 9. Let's get started, shall we? As well. Or we can sit and shoot the bull, as they say. Starjammers number 2, page 9. That's all I got written on here. I don't tell the artist or whatever. Nice colors, though, huh? Might not be your thing right now, but good to see you. Been missing you on the other streams. Here's an early one, depicting an early one. X-Men number 8, page 13, I think. Going up against, he's called the Untouchable, something the Untouchable. Oh, Abby says hi. Abigail. She's my Jack Russell. Full-blooded. Got my old painter shirt on. Got a little white dot. Got some green white down here on the shirt. And changed all day, except to go out. Early X-Men. You see any of the X-Men movies, perhaps? Haven't been feeling so well. Haven't caught you. Yeah. Sorry. Well, glad to hear I didn't offend you or anything. Yeah. Still got snow on the ground. I bet you do. It's getting ready to turn cold here again. High 30 something tomorrow. It's just going to be the high like 31, something like that. I don't know. I got to get my oil changed tomorrow. This is Starjammers number 2, page 17. Kind of a splash page, although the first first page of a comic is called a splash page. But this is a full page thing. It took up a whole page. Just this one scene. I forget her name. Chapter 3, Space Race in the story. It says down there. Better put that with the other one, huh? Had an X-Men in between them. Yeah, you got a wrench now. Now, if I tell you Russian bot comes in, you can go to the right of the name and then it'll show you what to do to block them, time them out, You can block them and time them out. Got a bunch of pages to this. X-Men Annual Number 7, page 21. Of course, you've heard of the X-Men, at least heard of them, maybe, because of the movies. This had Impossible Man. That's why Rogue's green. Oh, well, here he's popping there, and he's a little balloon. He's a crazy character from the early days of the Fantastic Four. I have my Teddy's Orange and Cream. We like orange and cream. We were talking ice cream in here on the last stream. You like orange and cream pot dreamsicles and stuff? Never moderate on live chat? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, whatever that means. I'm just saying if a Russian bot comes in here, you can block them in the chat because they've been coming in everywhere. Fanta killed 3. Stopped 3 of them last live stream. That's how prevalent they are. And I'm small fry. But Sunday, I got over 50 views. Never done that before. More people on the weekend. This is on that last one and on this one. This is, I can tell by the art style. This is Michael Golden, and he's doing CG stuff now. You know, hey, man, Renee, if you haven't seen my trailer, go over the channel, 30-second trailer. It's in black and white. You'll see it. It'll say trailer. And check it out if you haven't seen it. Tell Mike about it on the phone. Have him watch it. Uncanny X-Men Annual. I haven't talked to him in a few days, so I don't know what he's up to. Did he go out to California to see his mother? Number 7, page 7. Oh, you have a Facebook feed? Yeah, a lot of people do. This was a pretty annual. I bought it when it came out. Oh, are you not seeing the chat at all on Facebook? Probably not. So, but you got a wrench where you can block people now. Somebody told me how to do that. So once they told me it was so easy. That's from the same annual. X-Men Annual 7, number 14. That's pretty wacky. Better keep this orange and cream handy. Just came in from letting her out. She's still barking over something. You probably hear in the distance. At least she's not in here barking. She rarely barks, but I mean, doesn't take much to set her off at night. Yeah, my mother's had the COVID. So I think she's getting over it. I think a friend over there in Tennessee, he's still struggling with the Omicron a little bit, messing with his lungs. I never had that, no matter how bad I got with it. About this time last year and the year before, because it was right after Christmas and all the way through New Year's to the first week of January. It's the same thing from Uncanny X-Men number 7, page 10. Moving along. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear you were sick. Yeah, my friend, his father had to go to the hospital because they had heart attack, and my uncle's taking chemo and in the hospital, not doing too well. He's feeding tube for a while on like some Ensure or something that he takes, liquid diet, because he can't swallow. It's the cancer's like in his throat. And his wife my aunt broke her ankle, 3 bones there in the ankle, and broke all 3 bones. Didn't want to get you sick. Know how to block on my feed. Okay, and I only see me right now on your feed. That's all right. I hadn't got a bot in here yet. Maybe they went to bed. Don't you believe it? It's a nice little Iron Man. That's from Iron Man number 4, page 13. Back in the 90s. The 90s run. These I just don't have labeled enough. I should have, but Got them. I've got them all up for sale on eBay. This is a nice Avengers scene I would have seen growing up as a kid. Avengers 173 in high school somewhere, probably around this time, page 13. Sitting around the breakfast table with the butler, Jarvis. That's made it in the movies too. Wonder Man's eating there. Thor comes in. Then, of course, we get to see Yellow Jacket Wasp. Iron Man there with Black Panther. Yellow Jacket was they turned him into a male abuser. Not a male abuser, female abuser. Whatever. He's abusive. Abusive husband in the storyline. Not in that one, but later on. That's okay to deal with problems like that. I mean, it's all fiction, but it's all right to bring in some of those interesting things that are really in life. Now, this is older, from the older Avengers comics. It's got Quicksilver, which is kind of like the Flash, quick runner. The Vision and Scarlet Witch has been on WandaVision, if you get that streaming. And then they're fighting here Captain Marvel. Marvel's original Captain Marvel. Avengers 89, page 2. I believe this some yeah, you can tell. Sal Buscema artwork. Yeah. Yeah, Fanta has poor eyesight. I don't know how poor. But she said the same thing. And the reason it really has nice color, this is plastic. Actually, this is a couple plastic sheets. Probably the dialogue on one sheet underneath this one, underneath the art sheet. And these are high quality printed on here. I've taken them to printers, not necessarily the color ones, but the black and white, and I can't reproduce anything that nice. So these are really, and the ink doesn't absorb through paper because you're not printing on paper and kind of diffuse the color. The inks stay on the surface that they're printed on the plastic there. So the colors really pop on here. I had Intense Webs from Texas in here and killed that first stream. I was trying to set it all up differently. Didn't turn the freaking camera on. Didn't turn the audio on. So I had to just scrap that one. I figured he might jump on this one, but I don't know. Might have gave up. He was saying about in the chat. I hope he does catch this. He's out and about though. A lot of people are. They catch things on their phones and at work, and yeah. I mean, prayer is the most powerful thing. Yeah, and his wife broke her. My aunt broke her ankle, so I don't know how she's going to kind of cater to him even in the hospital. At least he's in the hospital, but he don't like it much. He's not talking to anyone, not his brothers and sisters, my mother and uncle that lives here. Yeah, this is Gil Kane artwork. Of course, it has my favorite character in a couple, 3 panels there, the Beast. The Beast. Aqua. What? I'm looking here. It says Avengers, and I want to say Aquaman. What the hell? Avengers 211, page 2. I really need to get with Mike over a couple ads I'm going to put in comics here pretty soon that are actually going to go out to the stores to promote my comic. But if you haven't seen the trailer, and anybody sees this on replay and hadn't seen the Devil Flyer trailer, go over there. It's worth a look. 30 seconds. It goes by quick. You can always 3 times catch the details. I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job on it. This one has the Beast and Tigra in here. And Jessica. Jessica? I don't know. Ultron's bride. She was one of my favorites. You'd think I'd learn her name. Number 211, page 21. And this is going to be Gil Kane Artwork. He did this issue. Tiger is the striped one there up in this panel. Beast is the blue werewolf looking guy with the teeth. There's Jessica jumping down. You read this stuff and you think, it's just fiction, la 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 la. But I mean, I tell you what, I've been moved to tears by good comics. Only once, but when they killed a character. And you say, well, that's a fictive. And it was years before they really said that wasn't her. It was somebody else. They played that ploy. But this is King Size Avengers Annual Number 2, page 26. Some early John Buscema artwork. A lot of Buscema stuff. Actually, I need to take stuff like that and get it scanned because I'm going to do a book. I could add that stuff in there too. Like you said, nice color, high quality. Get a high quality scan of that. King Size Annual Avengers Number 2, page 20. Got a little Nick Fury in there. Got original, got Doctor Strange in there. The Hulk, Iron Man, Thor. Original red and yellow Daredevil. Ben Affleck played this movie. Which one made you cry? That was X-Men 137. You can get that in books and stuff. The original is going to be quite expensive. Well, I mean, I might have picked one up for less than $30. Depending on the condition. And another guy out in Arizona, a big dealer, when he read it for the first time, he's younger than me, but when he read it, he cried too. I mean, a lot of people cried when she died because it was just a slow build up over a year or two, on that storyline. It was the Dark Phoenix storyline in X-Men that they did in the movies, in the third movie, that they truncated into one movie. But I got to see the Beast in there. The actor that played Frazier played the Beast. Here's one. Giant Size Avengers 1, page 23. Going up, it's got Manta in there, female character. That was this time. It's got Nucleo. This might be his first appearance. I forget. No, it's pretty close, if it isn't. And I had 2 of this. I think. Yeah. This colors here on this one looks a little bit better. But, yeah. Nucleo, you don't mess with him, man. Look what he does. That's from Avengers Giant Size Annual 1, page 15. Which one made you cry? Yeah. Which one made you cry? The Coming of Swordman. This is early Avengers. Stan, of course, he was in all the Marvel movies, making cameos up to his death, about mid-90s, lived in the 90s, into his 90s. Died a couple years ago, I guess. Don Heck, artwork, Dick Ayers inks. Swordsman's first appearance, Avengers number 19, number 1, page number 1. And the Swordsman, that's his first appearance. And he'll get some love in the movies here pretty soon. I think he might have in the Eternals movie that came out already. I'm not sure. I mean, there are connections there. They're really popping. Yeah. I hope so. Hope you can see them. This one's kind of a newer one. I mean, by new, I mean, they don't do these things like this anymore. Avengers 469, take your pick, or the which is confusing, number 54. All right, Wally draws. Wiley draws in here. Rick Remender inks. It's Kron Dwight. Dyer. Hell, I'm bad with names. Anyway, Hello Captain America, Thor, Vision, and sort of nice laid out page. It's like I say, this is probably the second series of Avengers 54, page 1. I didn't write the series down. It might be I know the third series was the you decide to stop barking. This one should pop. It's around that time, number 466 with Kang. Kang's playing a big part in the TV stuff now, Marvel TV stuff. Kang made his first appearance in like X-Men 20, I believe. Don't have that one. Too bad. Probably up over $1,000. This is Brent Anderson and Tom Palmer inks. Of course, Tom Palmer goes back a long time on Avengers as an inker. She's just showing some acetates, Wiley. Hope you stay in here. Dandy Don. Dandy Don. Oh, Todd McFarlane. July 1988. Peter David was the writer. Now, this is from the trade paperback. This would be done for the trade paperback in 1991. This would have been an Incredible Hulk 345, page 25 by Todd McFarlane artwork. He did Spawn, that made a movie. Don't get to see too much in there. To have a Todd McFarlane. I don't think I've seen it, besides one of his toys that he made that he did. I just saw how to moderate for you. Just have to push on the name and select. So I got it. Okay. I ain't got a Russian bot yet, but if you do, you're ready. I'm glad to have one in here. Moderator. This is a 2-page thing. Unfortunately, I only have the one. Heart of the Atom that shouted something. I don't know. This is a Harlan Ellison. You read any Harlan Ellison? Of course, he wrote the original Star Trek. He wrote probably the most popular one episode in that, but he's written some comics, written fiction stuff. Sadly, he's passed away now, but just a year or so ago. Incredible Hulk 140, page 2. This is from Avengers. This would have been made for Avengers Marvel Masterwork, volume 9. A love story for the Hulk. This would have been Trimpy artwork. 8 panels there. It's a little dialogue in there. And then, like I say, it's double page. That's why there's a ... here. ... on the title. I can't remember all the classic title for that, but it's a nice issue. And my first one was what's Fazak? Was that a Strange Tales 143, page 8? Little Nick Fury going on there. A patch gives it away. No, not Samuel Jackson. Samuel J. I'm going to make a blooper video. Maybe Michael edit it for me. He could, I bet. Some more. This is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., number 7, page 12. Sound effects on the McFarlane page. Oh, yeah. Nick Fury down and out on the ground. Not sure who did the art on that one. I should have it listed, man. This is Don Heck. This has got to be Don Heck. Love the skeleton A couple panels with skeleton strange tales. 148, page 5. Yeah, the colors really pop on these. That's for sure. They're printed basically on plastic, and so there's no color loss, no saturation into the paper. They're printed on the plastic, but they're high quality. And I mean, I've tried to have just for my own, since I'm putting them up for sale. Yeah, I'm getting high quality scans, but I thought I'll print a few of these out, and they didn't come out near as nice as these are. So anytime I sell any color ones, it's really a loss because I mean, I guess I could take it to a printer and pay a mint to get some of these reproduced, but you can't fake these things, man. Incredible Hulk number 2, page 29. Not economically, I should say. Incredible Hulk number 2, page 19. This would have been, I gave $41 for this. It's for sale on eBay, and I'm charging more than that. But key issue. I mean, Steve Ditko, Kirby and Steve Ditko artwork. Steve Ditko did the inks. Of course, yeah. Just was checking in. I need to get some sleep and did a good job on the trailer. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Good night, Renee. Get some sleep. Hope you get feeling better. All right, Wiley J. Draws. Glad I caught you up tonight. This has got the gray Hulk and the green Hulk on it. This would be some Dale Keown. You can get him to sign it for Fans Fest. Hulk number 377, page 9, if I don't sell it by then. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll put that one aside. Then I won't be able to find it if I do it. But yeah, a couple of people were getting blown away there. Hope that camera focus is good. You can see. But yeah, the colors do pop off these. The first time you see them, I've seen them so many times. Had them for many years. I mean, and get more and more of them sometime. I take it for granted, but yeah, last time I saw them, and that's why I bought into them so heavily. They really popped. But I have as much black and white stuff, which I'll be featuring too, as I do color. Number 24, page 16, Wayne Boring and Ernie Chan artwork. Wayne Boring drew Superman in the 50s, 60s. For him to do Marvel, that's pretty wild. This was probably towards the end of his career in the 70s. Wayne Boring, that's pretty wild. And Ernie Chan, who would have been some of his early inking stuff. Just kind of starting his career then. Well, Captain Marvel. Dale just joined the crowdfunded crowd. Big get. Yeah. Say these are all up for sale. So maybe you buy them and then take them for Fans Fest and have him sign them. I'm good either way. Or I can get it signed and up the price. I am pulling some Dale stuff. This is X-Men. I forget what, but it's nice. I don't have it listed here. I got lazy at the end on some of the last ones that I bought of these color ones. But that's a nice X-Men shot, huh? It's Cyclops' eyes lit up there. Wiley, did you watch the Fox X-Men cartoon? That's the theme song to that. And of course it is, if you've seen it. It's got Banshee on there. Banshee's pretty cool X-Men, I think, his costume with the stripes and stuff. Especially when John Byrne draws him. Or Dave Cockrum. Take your pick. Good stuff. Good fun. This is a newer one as far as comics. Cable number 8. You like some Cable? This is Aaron Wessenfield. Page 15. Cable number 8. So if you like some of the modern stuff, and I know Greg does, he probably read this. in the 90s. And there you go. I think it's early 90s, something around in there. Came along after I had stopped watching tunes. Oh, really? Who cares? Who cares? I'm 56 and I still watch cartoons. Are you crazy? The new stuff. Yeah. You know, I mean, unless you're like G.I. Joe, yeah, that'd come. I mean, after I was college years, it was like, yeah, but I got to see it with a bunch of kids from a friend of mine. They'd always had it on, or He-Man. That was always lame-o to me. No offense, folks. I've got He-Man collectibles and stuff. I'm just saying, I had the power. Yeah. This is, I think Greg Land. Got lazy, didn't notate it. But yeah, Greg Land artwork. A little intensity going there, a little love, a little Phoenix. Recounting some of Phoenix's life, Marvel Girl's life and stuff. But yeah, that's intense. That looks like Jean is the only dialogue on it. Like she's streaming this. Shows her death too, even him. But I don't know. Had the X-Men symbol on his. See that X? I don't know that he had that. I mean, they rewrite this, or you're the artist, you draw it like you want. Yeah, I dig look big. Yeah, of course, you like the gags. Rocky and Bullwinkle are cool, as far as adult gags. Putting it toward the adult as far as. But yeah, I know. It's all when you grew up. Here's some Dave Cockrum X-Men goodness. And Storm's got something going on with her mouth. It was the Hellfire Club was routed, but my body paid the price. I ache while the White Queen escaped virtually unscathed. Somehow it doesn't seem quite fair. Like she's bruised, or even like she's with her tongue doing one of those numbers. I don't think so, but she could be. Looks like might be a little swollen. I don't know. How do you depict swollenness? The Hulk. That's muscles. Uncanny X-Men 153, page 2. See what I mean with Storm there? The intense doctor. Professor X. You have Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler. And up here you have Cleaning Up a Little Bit by Cyclops. Wolverine, just very small. Looks like, I think, Carol Danvers. There too. Looks like Cyclops in the background doing some demolition and Wolverine while Cyclops carts it away. Fun times, but I wish we still had, the Terry Austin, John Byrne team for sure. Cockrum Storm was Hubba Hubba. Yes. I got to admit, you're right there. War Below the Waves. Script by Lin Wynn. Plot and script by Steve Englehart. I think he was the writer on Avengers when I first started. Our early George Perez run, his first run. Salbasim artwork, Frank Bowl ink. Hadn't seen a lot of Frank Bowl inking, frankly. War Below the Waves. This is the Dynamic Defenders. Defenders number 7, page 1. Bam! It's what you would open the comic up to. You got Valkyrie there, just her head, and then Submariner. Always liked Submariner because in the cartoon it said Imperious Rex. Plus he had pointed ears and sort of a widow's peak with his, looked a lot like Spock to me. I could identify with him. You'd say Imperious Rex, and I'd go, "Oh, that's my name, Rex." Hulk. Man, I was real young. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3. Hawkeye. But I remember those cartoons. Oh, yes, I do. With a little help. When they started coming out on VHS, I was like, man, I've seen this. Cool. Sometimes you just need a visual reminder and audio for openers. This is the later one. Ultimate Spider-Man 52, page 6. Mark Bangley artwork. I need to see a 52, or I said 56. It's number 52, page 6. I don't know why I've been doing that. Blooper. It's got Black Cat versus Elektra, I believe. And this is the Ultimate verse. Got Spider-Man there in a couple panels. But Mark Bangley. But I need to check and see if Art T. Bear inked this. The little artster. He's like 5 years older than I am. I think I look pretty good for my age. Sure, I need some Genucel or something under here, bags under my eyes or something. But, neck's looking pretty good. Need to shave. I've been having razor problems. Hence the splotchiness last time. And some, just winter, your skin gets dry. John Buscema goodness. I had another one with a Badoon. So I know the alien species. I was saying Dragoon, but if I thought about it. But, when you're on screen like this, I consider this on screen. You don't think about things too long because it's dead air. Yeah, John Buscema, Silver Surfer number 2, which I do own a copy of, page 17. So he's having some interaction with the alien race they're doing. And I think this is their first appearance in a comic. Big whoop, huh? You watched this take off in pride, and that whole run was good. And Jack Kirby did the very last issue, number 19. And he was going in with the direction like, I don't give a damn. I'm going to, humanity's on its own. I don't care anymore. And he was a more feisty Silver Surfer, but the title died, and for years they didn't do anything. Where Silver Surfer didn't appear in any comic because, from what I heard, for like 5 years. And that was because Stan Lee didn't want to overuse him, wanted to, I think that was kind of the philosophical side. And I have a character like that too that's going to be in Devil Flyer number 1. If you hadn't seen the trailer, go over there and see it on my channel. It's only 30 seconds long. Hey, I got the sign-ups on Indiegogo, so sign up. Get a free trading card if you decide to buy the ash can. Gonna get those out quick, and then March 1st launch the book. But yeah, Buscema was the guy that inspired me the most as a youngster. Yeah, um, got more John Buscema than any other. In fact, I'm gonna eventually crowdfund probably if I get permission from probably Sal Buscema estate, his brother John Buscema estate, Marvel and DC, because I have some Marvel and DC stuff. His last stuff he worked on, and if you want to see the last work of and a great story, go over there and watch it if you hadn't watched it. It's called The Last Art of John Buscema. Gil Kane worked on it and died, and then John Buscema took over after he died, and then he died, and then somebody else had to, which the name escapes me right now. Said it a million times, but he finished up the project and did the cover. All right, we got some Jack Kirby goodness. Eternals number 14, page 7. Who's ever heard of the Eternals? Just had a movie come out with the Hulk. There's the Unimind. Little glare. Trying to get it where you can see all. Blood of my ancestors. Yes, blood of my ancestors. That's what it was. And on the stream that I did with Fanta and Shadowhawk Backs, the one before this one that I did for about an hour and 45 minutes, shows from one of these Acetates from Blood of My Ancestor number 1. Why I put that up for sale, I don't know, because I have the preliminary drawings and stuff. Yep, Blood of My Ancestors. Did you enjoy that? Most people don't even know that exists. Eternal 17, page 10. Some mummy robot goodness, or hell, I don't know. Only 17 Eternals with one king-size annual. Should read them. Cersei there, who's featured prominently on this page. Of course, when I was reading Avengers in the 80s, maybe in the 90s, she became an Avengers. I think 80s. That was pretty wild addition, pretty powerful addition, really, to the Avengers. Continuing on, Avengers, put an E in there, really? Eternals, number 5. Jack Kirby. And these would have been produced for like maybe the trade paperback. Man, those are trade paperbacks, especially the first volume. I paid $50-something for it. The second one, like 15 before. Yeah, Kevin Nolan. Yeah, inks over Big John. Big Bad John. Yeah, you want to see some preliminary drawings because, of course, pushing the pillars apart, that's like Samson. Cersei turns this guy's face into looking like the Thing and then turns it back. That's kind of interesting thing to do for Kirby to do. Of course, I think Kirby identified with the blue, ever-loving blue-eyed Thing more than anybody. I always had him smoking a cigar like Jack used to do, although I think he smoked a pipe and a cigar. I mean. And, I have a photo thing that I've been featuring. I mean, comic from 1949, 47, I forget, 49, I think. An old one with a young Jack Kirby on the cover. You need to go back and look at that, man. One of only 3 graded when I bought it. May still be only one of 3. 5.5. Looks pretty good. Here's Eternals. Last page, from number 10. The Russians are coming next issue. They're already in the White House. I'm just saying. Not saying any more than that, but they're in the White House. Oh, okay. This is Incredible Hulk 378, page 25, and I don't have written on here who the artist is. Gray Hulk. This is the Rhino. I should tell you. This is the Rhino, and you can see his horn there as he's lifting up his hat there in this panel. But this is the Rhino as Santa Claus beating on the Hulk. Because not anybody could just beat on the Hulk, even in his gray form. Kind of a Christmas themed issue on this one. Seen it? A crime comic? Yeah. Wiley? Now, you a man of knowledge. You seen that. Seen it in the Gerber book? That's where I discovered it. And I tracked it down. It took me 2 years to find it on eBay. You must be a man of comic knowledge. You got a channel? Feel free to drop the link. I'll probably click on that link and subscribe if I'm not subscribed. You bet. Same issue. This might be Kevin, what's his name? Because he always does comical stuff like this, kind of like in the Justice League. Incredible Hulk 378, page 4. Kind of nice. Okay. Hey, come in here, drop the link anytime you want. I, myself, would like to subscribe. I, myself, would like to be your first subscriber because I don't get to be first at very much. Showcase presents number 18, page 8. Here's some early Adam Strange. I won't call it his first appearance, but his first appearances in Showcase. Jetpack and everything. A little underwater action, save the girl, I believe. Oh, thank you. Sounds like you got some real comic knowledge there, brother. Here's the one that was in the thumbnail, and I had the black and white, and I sold it late years ago, a couple years ago, maybe. Judgment Day, Mighty Avengers, Roy Thomas, the writer, Hanley, the editor, John Buscema, and Mike Steve, letterer. But Sal Buscema apparently did the art and the inks. Of course, he did a good stint on Avengers. Like that, where the Sentry is breaking in on the Avengers to get to Captain Marvel that's laying there on the table. And of course, Quicksilver's going to jump in. He's a hothead since 1985. That's cool. You go back a decade, and that's me. Around 75, 76. First thing I bought was Marvel Magazine 73. First comic was Werewolf by Night #2, Giant Size Annual, where he goes up against Frankenstein, Don Perlin artwork. Started collecting with Avengers 147, 148. I say 148 because I got the second issue, got it out there. Said, this is the next issue to the one I got like 2 weeks ago. Wow, I'm going to collect every one from now on. I didn't know that they weren't just single issues, even though it said next issue. It just never clicked with me. Bought it at a Rexall drugstore. G.I. Joe was my gateway drug. You mean the little G.I. Joes? Or the cartoon, or both? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, once I start having people on the show, once I figure all this techno crap out, yeah, I have a good theme for that about inquiring what got people into comics. And it may not have been comics themselves. That often happens. My gateway was probably the cartoons and then monsters. But I might not have had a thing for monsters unless I saw the cartoons back in the 60s when I was a wee pea, because in 69 I was only like three and a half. Because my birthday's in November, so, later in the year. So I was 4. Couldn't even say 4. I had to say, no, I couldn't say 3. Couldn't say 3. Might have been able to say 4, but not 3 for a while. Yeah, the little figures. Yeah, I had to still have them. As a matter of fact, the big ones had the facial hair. Scar. Oh, yeah. Showcase. Number 19, page 7. Some of these come cheap. I gave $40, over $40 for this one. Some of them don't come cheap. I have literally spent thousands. The content I show on this show, try and show at least a few one-of-the-kind items every string. You bet. I show some Pez. I show some, Spideys, different stuff, just for you. Oh. I mean, that thing will fire. Spring loaded. Love how he's doing his hands. Now I got my dog's attention. I don't mess with it anymore. Okay. Friend brought G.I. Joe number 24 to Russ Heath art. Blew my mind. Yeah. I got some Russ Heath stuff. If you like that, I've got a few Russ Heath. Do I? I think I do. And Jack Adler things. And I sparkle some Jack Adler production artwork. His is about the only game out there. For some of it. Showcase presents number 18, page 6. All same issue. Early Adam Strange. I mean, beginning of Adam Strange. And then This would be from the archive, I think. Mystery in Space number 55, page 9 with Adam Strange, another early issue of the logo. Actually, I think this might have been printed for something else. But anyway. Oh, yeah, those Adler wash covers are the bomb. Have you been watching my streams? Let me know. I mean, maybe after the fact, but you've been watching some on my channel? I'm curious. I like feedback. Commandy, number 16, page 12. You seem a guru of great comic knowledge for your age. Just saying. First impressions. Some Jack Kirby goodness. Commandy, number 16, page 12. This would make a great movie. Would you go watch a Commandy movie? Man, there's enough material there untouched. And I know issue 1 kind of took off Planet of the Apes, but with the different animal characters and things, gorillas and talking tigers and other things, Tiger Man things. It's almost like Flash Gordon was. And in fact, for about the first year or two in the dailies, they didn't let them use any of that because they felt like it was cross-pollination of evolution, hawk men, men with wings and lion men and stuff. But then after the couple of years in the dailies, that went away and they allowed it in. Its popularity and stuff, I guess. The almighty dollar wins out. I found you on the live stream, I think. Okay. Yeah, I know you've been in here before, I think. But, I mean, have you been watching the channel? I mean, if you hadn't been able to catch the live streams, because I hadn't seen you in here, but maybe about once before, maybe. I don't know. I've done so many. I mean, I think this is like maybe the 57th stream I've done. Of course, I've done a couple short announcements in the trailer and stuff, but most of them lengthy, Commandy, I mean, heck, this one's almost went an hour already. Commandy number 1, page 6. Jack Kirby goodness. This is screaming to be made into a movie, and why they haven't touched and done it. And it's all kind of set in the future apart. To me, if you cast Commandy, the kid, well enough, it would have to be cast well, or it would turn out like John Carter movie. I said John Carter movie. Yeah, the effects and stuff were good, but the main actor just didn't grab me, Not in that movie. Needed some love. I think this is done for the archive. Yeah, Adam Archive, the first one. Showcase Presents number 86, originally, page 8. Gave over $30 for it, for sure. Love that Adam symbol that, it's just pretty cool. Stuck the fly paper there at the end. TV series would be great. Yeah. They'd screw it up, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, now they would screw it up. I mean, can't tell them to do anything right. The Atom traveling the telephone lines. How's he do that? Rides the electrons and everything. Destination, I guess. Showcase for the sound waves. He can't ride a sound wave. He'd be pushed by a sound wave. Does he have earplugs in? Would it deafen him? These are issues that were never addressed. Showcase number 34, page 11. As we get some more sophisticated, we go, that's, we don't question things. But we need to be critical thinkers. We need to use discernment. If we don't, got a little atom symbol there at the bottom. That's cool. Smacking the guy in the face. It's always nice. Tick tock, tick tock. Little meter there. Click chick from John Carter. She's what a babe. I don't quite remember her. In fact, I'm not opposed to watching it. I have it up here on the stairs sitting there. I need to get it and watch it again. If it's on Blu-ray, I got to find my Blu-ray, and it's in here hooked up to my 1995 widescreen TV that still works. 1995. Pretty impressive. I got a 95 compact computer in there that still works too. You play old games on, although they're slow. Showcase presents number 35, page 19. Yeah, I remember now. You were talking about, Greg Flessel on the video I watched. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got to find that Sandman page. I got a English, proper English. I try and correct myself. What do you expect from Arkansas? Oh, man. Got Pez? Kind of like Got Milk. Another Adam page, showcase number 36, page 2. Man, I scored a showcase, the second appearance of an Adam, for just a little over $20 in pretty decent shape. Within the last couple of years, maybe the last year. I never thought I'd own that book, but here, I never thought I'd own an Avengers number 2, but I got one traded for nothing, really, back in 2 when I had my comic store, 82 and 83, right at the advent of direct sales to comic stores, exclusive books to comic stores. Marvel's first one was the first issue of Dazzler, number 1. Hey, I'm a Texan. Yeah, I knew. Okay, yeah. And I had another Texan in here. I was trying to set it up, something different. Didn't have my camera. I had to kill that stream. He ain't come back. I think he was out and about, too. He might have gave up on me. That's from showcase number 36, page 10. These are the registration marks there. Line them up because there's 2 pages to these. In most cases, not always. Sometimes it's a single sheet. Well, the ones with the Atom Man there at the bottom. Showcase presents number 36, page 12. And this is the early Gil Kane goodness, of course. The Atom with, of course, he was in the 60s cartoon that Filmation did. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yes, Texan. Sorry about that, Abby. She's trying to sleep over there, all curled up, keep warm. High tomorrow's going to be like 31 or something. Next 2-3 days is going to be cold. Get up in the 40s for the high. Adam, number 2, page 26, page 6. You know where Jonesboro is? Northeast Arkansas. About an hour out of Memphis. Know where Jonesboro is? I thought Texarkana was the large, I drove somebody down there, and that was like a 9-hour drive, and drove somebody and then came back. Just made it in time to go to work. I was working at the Salvation Army there for about 3 months, not very long, but drove one of the residents that I'd known from another homeless shelter in Paragould. You know where Paragould is? Holland Oates. Oates' father lived there in Paragould. Famous people. Johnny Cash right down the line. And Dice, which is out in the middle of nowhere. But there was a Major League Baseball player come from out of Dice, too. And that was a socialist experiment in the 40s. In fact, Eleanor Roosevelt drove to Dice. Can you imagine? Out in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas? I mean, it's still out in the middle of nowhere today. They gave everybody the same amount of land, a tractor, and certain things. It was a social experiment. This and another place, I think, in Wyoming. I'm most or must disagree. Must disagree, but I most disagree. Okay, must disagree, but I prefer the earlier Kane before he changed his style. That's fine. I mean, I thought he was the greatest. Looking back on it, Bronze Age, 70s, Marvel cover artist. I mean, its design and composition on one, it has Thongor. It's a Creatures on the Loose with Thongor, but I mean, the lizard men are on there, and it's circular because there's swords and stuff, so it keeps you out of here. But then hanging off Thongor here off the very edge is the girl that's in distress, and they're like on steps and stuff. Just great composition, classic. One of my favorite Gil Kane covers of all time, and most people never even experienced it. But he was the greatest Marvel cover artist, I'd say, in the '70s for sure. Showcase presents number 35, page 8. Some more Adam goodness. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. It's amazing as young as you, or at least experienced comics in '85, I'm assuming. A little bit younger. Huh? Uh, likes that stuff. A lot of times it's what you're exposed to. Went to the hanging judge place. Yeah, Judge Roy Bean, Fort Smith, I believe, when I was a kid, wherever that was in Fort Smith. It's not too far from here. Is anything in Arkansas? You drive to the bottom of the state, it can be a long drive. They drill oil down there, baby. And it's more impoverished area. I live in the rich part for Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, sort of northern Arkansas is more. Fort Smith, yeah. Judge Roy Bean, hang 'em high. Showcase presents number 35, page 9. Got to save somebody from a car that's underwater. There's a lot of water pressure working against me. I've got to give it every last ounce of strength. Of course, he gets the door, saves the guy. First, I'll unlock the door. That's smart. Today, we would not put dialogue like in there. It's so sophomore. But hey, comics made me a reader. You know, that and other stuff for sure. Jack Kirby with Murphy Anderson inks, especially on the faces. Jimmy Olsen, 142, page 18. I hear Murphy Anderson kind of redid the faces over Jack Kirby's because they wanted it to look on model more like Superman over Kirby's stuff. So they had Murphy Anderson redo his faces a little bit. Kind of take charge when it came to Superman's face. Jack Kirby wants a square nose or triangular nose or whatever. A bozo nose. Let him do it. Saying. Maybe it's a good call. Jimmy Olsen, 142, page 19. Man, this is some content. I put up really too much content. I mean, as far as hour-wise, you can't watch it all. You know, I mean, unless you're just really a devoted fan. This early appearance and has a sort of Penn and Teller type people back there in bowler hats or something, and also almost like Lauren Hardy when it comes to one thin, one small, one large. Showcase presents number 59. Some of the Titans early stuff, page 8. The Titans team down there is kids, teenagers, hence the name Teen Titans. See the guy behind the guy with the umbrella? I mean, both of them flanking him. They're kind of comical characters in that story. You seen any movies on Judge Roy Bean? Town Without Teenagers. Brave and the Bold, number 54, page 9. Teen Titans, early Teen Titans. The earliest Teen Titan? What was their first appearance? Don't know. On the numbering. Another one. Brave and the Bold, number 54, page 5. Paul Newman version. Yeah. It's Roy Bean. It's a nice vault that Robin's trying to seal him in there, close him in. Aqualad, Kid Flash, action. I like 60s filmation cartoon. As a kid, I thought that was pretty cool. Teens, to be a teenager, that was so far off to me. This is Trinity. There was 3 books, of course. That makes sense, right? Number 3, page 33, only half of it. Got a little bit of Wonder Woman in there. Wish I had the other sheet. Oh, well. Here's another Trinity. Exploding Volcano. Number 3, page 50. Because they were square bounds a little bit thicker. That's nice, huh? Superman flying around. Volcano. It's a nice page, huh? Nice color. Yeah. One of these days I'm going to have to do some editing. John Byrne. Superman Batman Generations, 1999. That came out in 1999. Number 3, page 13. Has some Brainiac going on. Yeah. Superwoman, I believe, with Batman. I don't know. It's kind of like a what if imaginary type thing. These were. Of course, has Brainiac, in the green there, and then also Brainiac later that came out in the 80s. Gil Kane liked to draw. John Byrne. You're up early or going late. You know what? John Byrne again. Mr. Mixoplick? Hell, I don't know. However you say it. Superman, however you say it, I'm fine with. Superman and Batman Generations, an imaginary tale. 1959 through 69, because they were kind of dated like that. Number 2, page 13. Got Batmite and Mr. Mixoplick and some aliens on there. Nice John Byrne cartoony type page. Not your normal John Byrne fare. Of course, John Byrne, if I can get his name out. Put that on the blooper reel. Is Canadian. That's all I wanted to say about it. Of course, everybody knows that. How apropos that he did Alpha Flight, a Canadian group. Too bad he didn't write Wolverine in there tearing him up with his claws. New Teen Titans number 5, page 17. And no, not any George Perez goodness. I believe this is Kurt Swan. Kurt Swan artwork on Teen Titans. Stick around long enough. Get off your Superman gig that you did for over 30 years. You get to do some stuff like this. That Trigon. The antlered up, I think 3 eyes. Father of Raven. This page features Kid Flash. That first panel in leopard form, the claws. Beast Boy. Is that Beast Boy? Yeah, the Changeling. Cyclops, Raven, and Robin. Man, just looking at this, even though it's not the George Perez, just looking at it just brings back so many great memories of that Marv Wolfman. What the hell? Can't get my mouth to work. Mav? What the hell? Marv Wolfman, still alive. He went to a dinner with George Perez and Mike Carlo recently and Jim Lee to honor George Perez. Of course, he's got 3rd stage pancreatic cancer right now. George, we're praying for you, dude. I got to see him and tell him what it really meant for me to getting into comics as a regular reader. His art was an influence on me, so that was nice. Tried to get him to draw me a beast. When you try and get him to draw your favorite character, he said, "Oh, I don't do that anymore. I can't tell you how that just crushed me." But I understood too. I was a lot younger then. I was like, "Damn it." Okay, here's some Alex Ross goodness showing the Justice League satellite above the Earth with Red Tornado. That's pretty cool. Something coming in, activating in the transportation tube. Justice from Justice. Did you get Justice? 12 issue series? I think it was. I have a 9.8 number 2, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't shown it yet. Justice number 3. This is Justice number 3, page 24. Some Alex Ross painted goodness and the satellite right here. That's pretty cool. It was iconic in Justice League comic in the 70s, 80s, for sure. Another Gil Kane. This features like the old toy man here from the Super Friends. You know, the version that was Super Friends. Hawkman going up against the toys, and one of them just happened to look like the old toy man here in silhouette here. He puts these little Easter eggs and stuff. I'm glad that he's such a fan like John Byrne and has where he wants to go with his art and what comic goodness he wants to put in there. Killer dolls. Hawkman going up against killer toys and stuff. Killer dolls. Chucky. Oh. Oh, yeah. Batman Adventures number 5 with the Scarecrow. Not page 21. Little Robin there going up against the Scarecrow. No Batman on that page. What's something on YouTube? I mean, all the sales are Batman. If it's not Batman selling, I mean, he's the only thing selling over there at DC right now, apparently. Pretty much. I like to watch Comic Tom, the top 10, but Comic Tom is... And is that a picture of Kamala Harris in the background? Hey, he's entitled to it, but I'm asking. I'm not sure, but I would swear that's Kamala Harris back there behind him. Not a big Kamala Harris fan myself. She is vice president. Yeah, right. Okay. Crash. This one does have some Batman goodness in it from Batman Adventures number 6, page 18. Wouldn't it be cool if I had the first Harley Quinn? I do have the book. I do have a first appearance of Harley Quinn. And I showed you a coloring book with an image of Harley that predates that on another stream. So if you haven't seen that, I try and give quality content, exclusive type stuff, or rare to hard to find stuff every stream. I do not like to waste people's time. Another cool, dope Spider-Man. This Spider-Man, Batman and Robin. Batman Adventures number 5, number 19. It's coming out of the smoke there at the criminals. That's cool, huh? Little Robin in that first panel. Nice page. Spider-Man. Okay. Rain says one thing, Mouse says another. There's a problem. Just saying. You got to wonder with these guys smiling in the foreground, are those like creators or something? This was Kevin Maguire artwork, I think, on just Creeper in there and Dr. Fate and Blue Beetle and Batman. Pretty cool page. Justice League number 7. That's when Justice League International, I should say. Number 7, page 7. And Justice League International number 7 was the first time they called it Justice League International. So really, this is issue 1, even though it's issue 7. It's kind of confusing. So it's just called Justice League, and then they changed it to Justice League number, Justice League International numbers on at issue 7. So anyway, and you got to read the marquee, theater marquee. Does that mean anything? And these guys here are those like creators. Is one of them Kevin McGuire? That I think that's his name, Kevin McGuire. Some Dr. Fate and sad dead version of Blue Beetle and Creeper there jumping off. Pretty nice. Up for sale on eBay. I'm not pushing the eBay thing. I'm just saying. Might as well throw that in there because there has been some interest. Some people want to go over there and maybe get one of these pieces or something. Not everything I have is up for sale. In fact, most of what I have, it's not up for sale. But these are. The Flash, heaviest man alive. He doesn't look any like fat or anything, but he is cracking the concrete. So this is for one of the archives. Needs to line up a little better. Maybe this way. I don't know. Anyway, wish I could tell you what issue. I got lazy on these last that I got. Of course, they don't make production art like this anymore. Nearing the end, getting pretty close. You still with me, Wiley? You hadn't said much after Paul Newman comment. This is from 2009. Let's see, Flash Archive number 5. Flash, originally Flash 141, page 1. Splash page. Not that dramatic, but comic history. And I generally pick these up, have picked those up in the past for a pretty good price just because. But Brave and the Bold, number 36. And I have a copy of that. I had it graded. Page 4. First Silver Age appearance. I think it was 36. Was it 35? First appearance of. I have these in order. That one's 36. Should know these things, but I was more of a. Here's 35. Okay, so yeah, maybe from the first appearance of Silver Age appearance, a Hawkman and a Hawk Girl, their tryout in Brave and the Bold before they got their own title. Joe Kubert artwork. Hawkman with the sling, fending off the bird. Pretty nice. Fine details in here, and that's. I mean, you can, here's the main creature. Yeah, on the first appearance, that was on the cover. Dragon-like thing with the horn. Hitting him in the eye, I guess, with his hands, and looks like they're. I guess they're like this, and he had spikes on the end of them. Hawkman don't get the love he should. That's for sure. Very fine detail in here, and recounting a little bit of the cover there. This is what that dragon with the horn and the wings on its head and stuff looked like. Him slaying mice, a medieval like mice. This is from number 35, page 4. I think on 35 they had like a caveman, maybe? Or am I thinking of something else? May not have that issue. I don't think so. But I do have 34. Got it for a pretty good price. About $140. It's in pretty nice shape. I've shown it on an earlier stream. You can go back and check that out. Do your homework, folks. Brave and the Bold, number 35, page 5, second story. Because they'd have more than one story. Still Joe Kubert artwork. So they've been the second Silver Age appearance, a Hawk Girl and Hawkman. Number 35, page 7. Joe Kubert. People don't like the content of my streams. They're crazy. Swamp Thing. Sadly, I don't have this one identified, so I priced it really low. Really nice Swamp Thing there for dealing with the green in the Swamp Thing lore. Got a nice page. Different, huh? You know, anybody knows what issue this is, put it in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button. Give us some love. We're growing. I think last time I looked, we got like 71 subscribers now. So, man, this Sunday had over 50 views on that video. Of course, I streamed for 2.5 hours. If that's what it takes, folks. I mean, hell, we might be, over 100. It says 100. Yeah, an hour and 21 minutes now. So another Swamp Thing. Number 73, page 11. Do have that identified. A lot of my original Swamp Thing, although I have all the trade paperbacks of the Alan Moore years. Burn Up. The originals. I had nearly every one of them. I didn't get Saga the Swamp Thing like his first one or anything. Would like to. A Flash. I love the snow monster type thing. Vibrating under the titanic gust of wind. I'm spinning at it. The creature is bursting apart like snow blown from a tree back home. The 2006 Flash Archive number 4. A lot of these archives I have, to identify these things and stuff. I haven't shown my archive collection and stuff. There's a bunch of archives right up there. And there's some Swamp Thing goodness. Variant covers. That one's Brian Boland. Forget this one, but that one's beautiful, wonderful. Newer issues. Flash 131, page 8. A few months back, should say. Like the wide out effect. Little Graham Nolan snow going on, huh? I back Chanu. Did you? Nearing the end here, The Flash, the mystery of Flash's third identity. Of course, this, a Carmen Infantino artwork. Maybe Murphy Anderson inks. I like the logo a lot. Like just the yellow and the red and the black and white there. Good combination. Kind of different. The way they did, a lot of them were that way at this time. Put the title and stuff like that down there. Different, or copyright stuff. I guess Wiley gave up on me and just dropped out. I don't know. Still there? You come back, make a comment, I'll rent you. Price, I'll rent you. Ooh, getting into some war stuff. Joe Kubert war stuff, huh? Just real quick. Our Army at War, number 95, page 8. Wiley might have gave up on me. Wiley J. Draws. Check his channel out when it comes up. I think that must be a 0. No, Nazi on the Nazi. Swastika on the back of the plane there a couple times. World War II story, of course. Sergeant Rock. Sergeant Rock in the early 80s had his own Kenner toy line for a very brief moment. You got any of those? This is the last page of this story. Joe Kubert artwork, Army at War, number 93, page 13. I bet those Sergeant Rocks didn't probably sell that well. Probably, I don't know if they were distributed too good. They looked a little, by Kenner. And not to offend anybody, I didn't get any of them. I'd like to, but I bet they're worth a pretty penny now in the collector's market, especially unopened. Dollar bill being shot through. That's pretty wild. Joe Kubert Artwork, Our Army at War, number 92, page 2. This stream probably been an hour and 30 minutes. Nice bonus stream, huh? When I say bonus, I mean I give you content. Our Army at War, number 90, and I it for the color ones, and then we'll start on the black and whites tomorrow. Got a whole banker's box of those too. Some covers, DC covers, Marvel covers, pages, content. Good stuff. Number 90, 4 o'clock shadow every day. 4 o'clock shadow show. At 4 o'clock. Tune in if you can. Just say hi. You know, if you're at work or something on the phone. I don't know. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Our Army at War 90, number 90, page 4. We're here to grow this channel. I mean by leaps and bounds. Whatever it takes. Trying to give you exclusive content. Even on a stream that may get less than 10 views in the long run because people weren't in the chat. I understand you only have so much time of the day. When you're in the chat interacting between each other and with me, it's a little bit more fun. This thing, and there is a lot of good content out there. But if you're not watching this channel and you ain't watched this long or whatever, I'm telling you, you're going to see one of a kind items, things like that Wallywood piece that was almost destroyed in a fire. I mean, singed around the edges. Go back and look at that story. That's a great story. I got some great stories. Joe Kubert. And it doesn't even say what, but I do have that listed. Need to track that down and put the stuff on the back. I think I've got it listed. See, I need to go back and check this thing. I've got so many things of these listed. I mean, all these in the black and white you see. 2 bankers box full listed on eBay. So this Avengers one, showed it on the last stream. Avengers number 3, page 10. Sold that for about $80. So good price on that. And this Batgirl number 37 from Damon Scott Artwork. It's a newer early 2000s book or whatever. Got a date? I don't think so. I like to have the date, the issue number. It is. It's very small there, though. Very small. White printed against dark or blue. Very hard. Got to get those ready to mail. Stayed this long, you might as well see those and get a bonus, huh? I guess Wiley just dropped out on me. Hey, that's okay, Wiley. Come back in, I'll rent you. Should have done that anyway. You know what? I can still do that. I will rent you, brother. Come in next time, you go, wow, he wrenched me. I didn't even know it. I trust you, brother. Our Army at War featuring Sergeant Rock. This would have been the last page. Our Army at War, number 82, page 6. Mort Drucker. Mort Drucker would do more stuff in Mad Magazine. I consider, or this is one book you could say was the first appearance of Sergeant Rock. There's a bunch of debate on that. Prototypes, blah, 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 blah. Nice logo. Cool color. 3 panels. You know, an ad would be here, an ad would be here, or whatever. Either up here or down here. That's why you get shorter. Almost done, folks. Just a few more. Don't want to go, you know. Can we get it under a minute 30? I doubt it. But just about. Our Army at War 92, number 4. Depends on how quick we go. And a lot of these war look the same to some people. So we'll hurry on through, right? Hour 30. Our Army at War 84, page 7. Ooh, just going to get it Hour 30, huh? 87, page 4. And with that, we will say abdo, adieu, abdo. I do. And till next time, hey guys, thanks for coming in. You that did on this early stream. You see this on replay. Go sign up for Devil Flyer Ash Can real quick on Indiegogo. And yeah, keep collecting. Bye.